Hi YouTube. Well, it seems I've been tagged. Montagraph has tagged me, so here we go. Sorry it took me so long to get to this. I've had in-laws visiting, so I found a quiet moment and I'll go ahead and do my post. I am a stay-at-home wife and mother. I have 2 teenage boys who keep me busy. They have lives of their own now, and so we're busy with that. And they help me a lot. I am a Pisces, which is 2 fish swimming in opposite directions, and I think that's probably why I tend to see both sides to an argument or an issue. Until I'm very convinced of an idea, I kind of tend to go back and forth, and I might seem like I'm flip-flopping or wishy-washy when really it's just that I haven't made up my mind yet, or I don't see it quite that clearly as black and white. I'm convinced about the bankers now, though, so I have no fear about that. I know which side of that argument I'm on. Number 3, I have multiple sclerosis. I'm still ambulatory, but I do have trouble with balance. I mostly have trouble on the left side of my body, my arm and leg. And I bring that up mostly because in a lot of my videos I'll talk about when I gardened, or I don't have a garden now, or when I had animals and what have you. That's a lot of the reason why I no longer do those things or don't have animals, is that I am physically not able to do those things. Unfortunately, I miss gardening very much. I used to spend a lot of time gardening, and I miss the animals also, but I'm just not able to do the physical work. And my boys already do so much for me that normally they wouldn't have to do, that I've been reluctant to put more on them. So as the animals have died off, we've just sort of, gotten ourselves down to the domestic critters at the moment. That's also why you'll hear me stall from time to time trying to find a word. It kind of affects the brain a little bit too, or at least in my case it does. Or maybe it's just getting older and I don't want to admit it. I'd rather blame it on the MS. I don't know. It's one or the other. But I definitely have those moments when I can't quite pull the word out. So please forgive me when I hesitate. Number 4. I love rocks and rusty things. I tend to like many things that are old, but in particular I like old tools, and for some reason I like rust. I don't know why, but I even have a rust garden in a location that didn't used to grow things very well because it was shady, so I sort of parked old tools and just things. I just like them. I don't know why. And rocks I've always loved, but for some reason I live in an area that has no natural rocks. So when I travel, I always bring a rock back with me. That's sort of my souvenir, as it were. So I have rocks from all around, and the biggest ones are the ones that my husband and boys are big enough to grab, which are, maybe, I don't know, double the size of a basketball maybe, down to really more pebbly type things, which I just sort of have around the house because I like them. I don't know. Call me crazy. You wouldn't be the first. Number 5, as with Deb Truth when she was tagged said, I tend to like books about real things, whether it's autobiographies or subjects that are going on. I prefer that to fiction. 2 books that are my favorite, although I like a lot of books, but Wild Child, The Life with Jim Morrison by Linda Ashcroft was a beautiful, excellent book. It's not your typical book about Jim Morrison, and I really recommend it. Another is In the Hands of the Great Spirit, The 20,000-Year History of American Indians by Jake Page. Now that one I've been reading over the course of a year or so. It's more a kind of textbooky, and while I love it, it's for me at least, it's not an easy read, but really, really interesting, and one of the few probably more accurate books I've read on Native Americans, and it really is a wonderful book. I think that's my 5 things. I think I did it. Yay! As far as who I'm tagging, I would like to tag bushcraftbartons. I'll put the links in the side. I'm sorry I don't know his name, but he's wonderful. He's the real deal. He will show you how to live in the woods with a knife. And that's about it. He's up in, I think it's Alberta, Canada. And I'm also tagging Montagraph, because I like your vids. NuggetsOfTruths. He's another do-everything kind of guy. Lots of interesting things on his channel. TheCassandraReview. Just because I like your videos and I miss you. You haven't posted in a while. And then the last one is carneyart. So tag, you 5 are it. Thanks again, Fall to Grace, and I hope to be making a regular video sometime soon. There's a lot going on, isn't there, folks? Thank you. Bye now.